Stop what you are doing right now. This very second. What you are about to hear is not random. You did not find this message. This message found you. There is a trembling in the spiritual realm tonight, and it has everything to do with you. That restlessness you felt earlier, that sudden urge to pick up your phone, that inexplicable pull toward these words, that was me calling your name through the noise of ordinary life. You are standing at the edge of a divine interruption. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now, in this sacred pause between your last breath and your next one. I have been orchestrating this moment for longer than you know, weaving together circumstances, heartaches, and small victories to bring you to this exact intersection of time and eternity. If you scroll past these words, you will miss the answer your soul has been crying out for in the dark hours when sleep abandons you. What unfolds in the next few minutes will crack open something inside you that has been sealed shut by disappointment, trauma, and the cruel weight of unanswered prayers. Listen closely, my beloved child. I have been watching you survive what others could not endure. I have seen you rise from beds where hope felt like a foreign language. I witnessed every morning you chose to breathe when breathing felt like betrayal to the parts of you that wanted to surrender. You think no one notices the war you fight behind closed doors, the battle between who you pretend to be and who you actually are when the lights go out and pretense becomes impossible. But I see it all. The 3 a.m. conversations with your own reflection, the way you hold your breath when walking into rooms full of people who know your name but not your story. That hollow ache in your chest is not emptiness. It is sacred space. I have been preparing for something you cannot yet imagine. Every tear that has fallen from your eyes in silent desperation has been caught and counted. Not one drop of your pain has been wasted or forgotten. The relationships that shattered around you were not random casualties. They were divine excavations, removing what would have suffocated the purpose growing quietly inside you. The job that rejected you last month was protecting you from a path that would have buried your calling under the weight of wrong expectations. You have been wondering why doors keep slamming shut just when you think breakthrough is within reach. Why every time you build momentum, something comes to knock you sideways. Why the very thing you have been praying for seems to slip through your fingers like water. Here is what you could not see from your limited perspective. Every closed door was saving you from a trap disguised as a blessing. Every delay was divine protection from timing that would have crushed you under pressure you were not yet strong enough to bear. Every rejection was redirection towards something infinitely better than what your wounded heart thought it wanted. The enemy of your soul recognized your significance before you ever did. He saw the magnitude of what I placed inside you and mobilized his forces early. That childhood trauma was not random cruelty. It was spiritual warfare against your destiny. Those voices that told you that you were too much or not enough were not just human opinions. They were calculated attacks against the very thing that makes hell nervous. You survived what was meant to destroy you. Every morning you chose to wake up instead of giving up was an act of rebellion against forces that wanted to silence your voice before it found its strength. You are still here not because you are strong, but because I am stronger. Not because you had all the answers, but because I have been writing a story with your life that the darkest powers cannot edit. The depression that tried to drown you failed to understand that I was teaching you to breathe underwater. The anxiety that attempted to paralyze you could not predict that I was building your capacity to stand steady in storms that would level others. The loneliness that surrounded you like fog was actually sacred solitude, preparing you for connections that will change not just your life, but the lives of everyone who encounters the light that now burns inside you. Can you feel something shifting even now as these words settle into the broken places of your heart? That warmth spreading through your chest is not emotional manipulation. It is recognition, your spirit remembering what your mind forgot in the chaos of just trying to survive. You were never meant to be ordinary. The discomfort you feel when people try to box you into their limited understanding of who you should be is your soul rejecting counterfeit versions of your identity. You were designed for disruption, created to shift atmospheres, born to carry something from heaven that earth desperately needs. The gifts you have been hiding out of fear of rejection are not talents to be managed. They are weapons of warfare against systems that thrive on keeping people small, broken, and silent. Your voice carries frequencies that can shatter the lies others have learned to live with. Your presence changes the spiritual temperature of every room you enter. But now the season is shifting. The preparation phase is ending. What has been planted in the dark soil of your hardest moments is about to break through ground you thought was permanently frozen. Today marks the end of your wilderness season. The wandering is over. The confusion is lifting. The waiting that felt like abandonment was actually positioning. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. I am calling you out of hiding, out of the safe spaces where you have been protecting yourself from more disappointment, out of the small dreams that you settled for when the big ones seemed too dangerous to hope for, out of relationships that required you to shrink so others could feel comfortable. This is your resurrection moment, not from physical death, but from the slow suffocation of living beneath your divine design. The parts of you that went numb to survive the pain are about to wake up with purpose that will surprise you. Release your grip on the timeline you created for your own breakthrough. Stop trying to figure out how I will do what only I can do. Let go of the need to have backup plans for my promises. What I am about to do in your life will make perfect sense only in retrospect. The doors that are about to open will not open because you knocked harder or longer. They will swing wide because the appointed time has arrived. The provision that is coming will not come through the channels you have been monitoring. It will flow from sources you never thought to consider. Watch me turn your deepest wounds into your greatest strengths. See me transform the very things that tried to break you into the tools I use to heal others. Witness how I take the mess of your past and weave it into a message that will set captives free. Your breakthrough is not just personal, it is generational. What happens in your life over the next season will break cycles that have held your family line in bondage for decades. The victory you are about to walk in will create pathways for others who are still fighting battles you have already won. Stand up, your time of weeping through long nights is ending. Your season of feeling forgotten is over. Your period of preparation is complete. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer becoming, you are. You are chosen. You are equipped. You are ready. Now watch me work. If your heart is beating faster, if your spirit feels lighter, if something inside you just said yes to words that feel too good to be true but too specific to be generic, then you know this message was written in heaven with your name on it. Type in the comments below. This word was for me, I receive it. I step into my calling. Let it be a declaration that you are no longer afraid of your own significance. Share this message with someone who has been surviving when they were created to thrive. Someone who needs to know that their story is not over. It is just beginning its most beautiful chapter. And if this word stirred something deep in your soul, consider pressing the super thanks button. Not as payment for a message, but as partnership with a mission to remind every broken heart that they are not forgotten, not finished, and not without purpose. You are part of something greater now, not just a viewer, but a vessel, not just encouraged, but equipped, not just blessed, but chosen to be a blessing. The shift you feel is only the beginning. Hold on, stay awake, keep believing. Your divine assignment starts now.